Hi there. My name is Sathya. I'm one of the co-founders and the academic head for iQue Ideas. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief about the Symbiosis Entrance Test conducted by the Symbiosis International deemed university. There are various students who complete their standard 12th and look forward to appear for the entrance examinations conducted by various institutes to get admission into various prestigious programs. One of the well-renowned institutions in India is the Symbiosis International deemed university. This university offers a plethora of courses falling under various heads including computer studies, mass communication and media studies, economics, liberal arts, management, law, technology, so on and so forth. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief about the Symbiosis Entrance Test, the SET General. I'll talk about the various institutes which accept the Symbiosis Entrance Test General's score for admissions and talk about the exam itself. Let's begin with the institutions where you can apply after the SET General. You can do a BCA or a BBA IT at SICSR, that is the Symbiosis Institute of Computer Studies and Research. The SET General is valid for a BA in Mass Communication from the Symbiosis Center for Media and Communication. You could apply to the Symbiosis School of Economics for a BSc Economics Honours degree. You can apply for the Bachelors of Arts or Bachelors of Science programs Liberal Arts Honours at SSLA, the Symbiosis School for Liberal Arts. You can also apply for the BBA, Bachelors in Business Administration at SCMC, the Symbiosis Center for Management Studies at Pune, Noida and Nagpur. The Symbiosis Entrance Test General is a part of a multi-process admission procedure. The shortlisting for personal interaction and writing ability test, that is PIWAT, or a studio test and personal interaction, that is STPI, is a part of this entrance test. So candidates are actually shortlisted for the PI or the STPI based on their respective entrance test scores. And the WAT for SLAT or SET, the Symbiosis Entrance Test, is evaluated by the respective institutes. So, for all this information, you can actually visit the official website set-test.org. Now, having talked about the institutions which accept the score of the Symbiosis Entrance Test, let us now take a look at the Symbiosis Entrance Test General in particular. Traditionally, the SET used to be conducted on the second Saturday of the month of May. It used to be 150 marks test with 150 multiple choice questions spread across the sections of English, Maths, General Awareness, Reasoning, and the time limit used to be 2.5 hours, 150 minutes. There was no negative marking for wrong answers, with each section being mandatory. Since 2020, because of the pandemic situation and the necessity to take safe measures for the safety of the aspirants, the SET has undergone a minor change. Instead of 150 marks, the SET General is now of 60 marks and the time duration is 60 minutes. So the entire test is supposed of 90 minutes, where 60 minutes are for the multiple choice questions and 30 minutes are given for the writing ability test. As usual, there is no negative marking for the wrong answers and all these sections are mandatory. The writing ability test is only evaluated by the respective institutes and the programs for which the student has paid and has been shortlisted. Let's take a look at what the SET test looks like. The General English section has 16 questions, 1 mark each, so its value is 16 marks. Quantitative section or basic mathematics is again 16 questions, 1 mark each, so a total of 16. General awareness is for 16 marks, 16 questions. And the analytical and logical reasoning section is of 12 marks, 12 questions of 1 mark each. So this brings us to a grand total of 60 questions with 60 minutes. And as there is no negative marking, the highest score that you can achieve is 60 on 60, with the lowest being 0. Based on your performance in the Symbiosis Entrance Test multiple choice question portion, you may be shortlisted for the next procedure as I have mentioned before, and based on your performance and the overall composite score of the entrance test and the PIWAT, you will be offered admission by the institutes where you have applied. There is no prescribed syllabus which is strictly adhered to when it comes to undergraduate entrance examinations for management, mass communication, law and other courses. However, through experience, we can talk about certain basics which need to be covered by the student in order to prepare well. When we talk about English, the major type of questions would be those of reading comprehension, basic vocabulary which could include synonyms, antonyms, word spellings, correct usage of words, idioms and phrases, fill in the blanks or cloze test, and so on. You could have questions based on grammar like sentence correction and error spotting. And you could have questions of jumbled passages. When we talk about mathematics, you would do well to prepare basic calculation techniques, number systems, algebra, averages, percentages, ratio proportion. Based on these fundamentals, you could have applied topics like simple and compound interest, mixtures and solutions, time, speed, distance, problems on boats and streams, time and work, problems on pipes and cisterns. You may have questions based on basic geometry or mensuration. Sometimes you could expect simple questions of probability or permutation and combination. General awareness is such a huge field that there is no end to it. It can be divided into two portions. Static GK, questions to which the answer never changes, like who was the first president of a country, in which year did a particular country get her independence, or current affairs, who is the current prime minister of the country, who is the current head of a particular business organization, and so on. When it comes to reasoning, there are two types of reasoning. We could talk about analytical reasoning, questions from number and letter series, coding, decoding, relations, directions, puzzles, syllogisms, and so on, or logical, verbal, critical reasoning, questions based on passages, which look like mini reading comprehension passages, questions based on assumptions, conclusions, arguments, and so on and so forth. For students who are preparing for the Symbiosis Entrance Test or any other entrance test at a UG level, some basic skills include the ability to read fast and understand. So start reading a lot of material. It could include basic fiction, non-fiction, news articles, general aptitude magazines, and so on and so forth. You need to be very good at basic calculations. Clear your fundamentals in mathematics, which would include the basics of quick calculations, percentages, averages, ratio, and working with linear equations. Make it a habit to update yourself regularly with the news around the world. This could be news from national and international politics, business affairs, cultural events, sports, finance, economics, and so on and so forth. Because the Symbiosis Entrance Test is followed by the interview, make it a point to improve your spoken skills. Learn to listen carefully, to frame a thought coherently in your mind, and then give answer to a question. Be ready to answer questions like describing yourself, your career goals, why you want to do a particular course at a particular institute, where you see yourself 10 years from now, and so on. With adequate preparation, exams like the SET General can easily be cracked. These examinations are designed to test the overall general aptitude of students. Basic skills of language and numeracy, including general affairs and current affairs knowledge, is what they are looking for. A well-prepared candidate will find it extremely easy to do very well in these examinations. Wish you all the best and have a good day.